What's happening, people? Reels Brody here. It's early morning. I just woke up, but I just wanted to make this video because I feel like um, this could benefit certain people. Uh, so, have you ever had anxiety and depression before? Have you ever felt, you know, a certain type of awkwardness being around a group of people? Been in a group setting and felt like maybe you're at a place. It felt like maybe people are judging you for some reason or something like that. Have you ever felt depressed about, you know, things that happen in your life, just not really in the right mindset? And you kind of know when you feel a certain way, you just feel off. Like you just feel more down, you feel really negative. So I was talking to a friend, good friend of mine, and he kept telling me like, yeah, like I've just been feeling really off recently. Like I don't really know what it is. Like he's just been saying that his anxiety has been increased, like his heart rate had been increased a lot. Like whenever he's in social settings, he just doesn't feel like himself. And he just said that he's just been feeling a lot down. And I was like, bro, like I've dealt with that before, for real. Like it stinks. And I think the way he was telling me, it kind of was that he was kind of like a little hesitant about it because he didn't really know that how I would react to it. Like he probably thought I was gonna be like, bro, go get some help, bro. Like go to a doctor or something like that. Like it's not my problem. Or like maybe he thought I was gonna like joke around with him. Well, like that kind of stuff is serious. And like when somebody goes through like feelings of anxiety and feelings of depression, like that can be tough. So I'm gonna tell you the advice that I gave him, and I'm letting you know that it worked wonders for him. He was saying, he had crazy revelations, and he was like, it really benefited him in a good way. And I'm gonna talk about it with him more soon. But for sure, this is a tip right here for you guys. If you're ever dealing with anxiety or some type of depression, you're feeling down, you're not really feeling like yourself, this is the one thing that you need to do first. Talk to yourself. You hear what I said? Talk to yourself. Talking to myself is weird. Ugh, who the frick talks to themselves? Bro, you talk to people on a daily basis. You interact with your phone on a daily basis. You're constantly consuming information. But at the end of the day, like, are you really going back to the root of who you are? Like, are you really looking at yourself in the mirror and, like, actually thinking about, like, what's going on in your life and how things are influencing you, bro? Like, have you ever talked to yourself before? I know growing up, it was like some weird stigma about talking to yourself. Like, oh, if you talk to yourself, you're a weirdo. Bro, come on now. Like, grow up. Like, sometimes you really need to touch base with yourself and really think about, like, what's been going on in your life and what's been happening. Like, what are the things that have been changing? What are the things that are really holding you back from being the person that you really want to be? Sometimes you really have to just be real with yourself and have a conversation about things that um, are affecting you. Maybe there's people in your life that like you haven't really realized, but like they're not benefiting you at all, and in fact, they're making you worse. Maybe you're feeling anxiety because of the types of things that the people around you are saying. Maybe you're feeling anxiety because there's people in your life that you're questioning being around, but you just don't want to like face the facts. Like a lot of people, I'm sure they don't talk to themselves because they just think that it's weird and they don't want to face the facts, and all they want to do is just go about life like just constantly just being just a go with the flow type person. I'll tell you guys a story. Like back in 2021, it was the summer. uh I was feeling really down. Like I don't know what it was. Like I'm somebody that usually likes to get active and like go to the gym. And I was home for, from college for the summer. And I was saying to myself, like, I'm gonna go get that gym membership. Like, tomorrow will be the day I'll get that gym membership. One day passes. Yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow. You know what? Yeah, it's not really feeling it today. Another day passes. You know what? Like I'm chilling with my family on the couch right now. I'd rather just, grab those Oreos, eat some of that. I'll go tomorrow. You know what I mean? Next day passes. Like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it today. And it was weird because it was like, usually I'll try to get myself to the gym at some point. June passed, July passed. I don't even think I lifted a weight until probably August. And at that point, summer was dead and gone, bro. Guess I wasn't getting no summer body, right? But I knew that there was something going on because, like, I would constantly think about, like, the year I had and the people that I've been around. And I just knew that there was something off about it. Like, I just wasn't happy with the current situation that I was in. I didn't really know what it was at the time, and I was kind of just letting life go on and just feeling sad and saying like, this is just gonna pass, this is gonna pass. And then one day I just sat in my room, locked the door, and I just said, Brody, like, what's wrong, bro? Like, what is actually going on? Like, what are you thinking about? And then it's just the conversation between you and you are your own therapist, because at the end of the day, nobody knows yourself more than you. And that's just facts. You know, like when you talk to therapists, like, you know, they ask you questions to kind of like dig deeper into like things that happen in your life, but you know those things that happen in your life. And you probably know even the deeper things, that sometimes you don't want to admit to anybody, but you can admit it to you. Right? I'm talking into this camera right now. You know, I'm talking to you guys. But like at this current moment, I'm talking to myself, right? Like I am talking to you guys, but right now I'm only talking to me. I'll tell you something. I love talking to myself. I love being real with myself. Hence the name Real as Brody, right? I love being real with like what's going on because it allows me to assess, okay, I don't need to be doing this anymore. This isn't right for me, right? That's what you need to do. When my friend told me that it helped him a lot, I said, dang, I could help one person. You know, I'm sure there's a ton of people that need to hear this. And I think talking to yourself is really important, especially when you're dealing with things like anxiety or depression. Because anxiety is just a result of what you're thinking about and of you worrying about your future. And depression is a result of you thinking about your past. And it was really in that summer of 2021, it was really more of like a phase of depression I had just from it, and it's just from not being real with myself and just allowing myself to continue to not grow and not think about, okay, why am I feeling this way? And it's a result of things that happened in your past, man. Now, would I call myself an expert at dealing with anxiety? Nah, because anxiety is normal. And people get anxiety every now and then. I still get it. Hell yeah. Who doesn't? Depression is a serious matter. I mean, like, here's this. I'm giving you the first step of what to do, but you can also consult somebody, talk to somebody. Talking to people really does help, especially somebody you trust. Like, I hope you guys have like a best friend that you can confide in with pretty much anything, because that's really who your best friend is. Person that you can pretty much tell like almost anything. Like that is a true friend right there, for real. And they're not gonna criticize you. These things are serious, and like a lot of times, like we just go through life just thinking like, oh, like things will pass, like, oh, like I don't have to deal with that, like, oh yeah, it's whatever, like that doesn't happen to me. And you thinking that, you know, Joe Schmo to your right ain't going through something because, you know, he's cracking jokes and he chilling, but and he look like he chilling the whole time, you know, he's sad on the inside. I've had friends like that where I've ended up finding out that, like, you know, they're going through a lot, and it's like they just start ranting. You know what I mean? They just start ranting, and you start to discover, like, okay, like, this is something that they need to address, and they need to be real with themselves about. Maybe even talk to a therapist. I mean, it could help. But if you don't feel like talking to a therapist, like, talk to somebody you trust, get real with yourself, and dig deep within. There are other methods that help with anxiety and depression too, but I think I'm going to save that for another video. You know, let me not drop all this knowledge on y'all right now. You know what I mean? Let me just keep it G. Like, I want to stick with this one point because I feel like this is not a very common tip that I've heard in my life. Talk to yourself. Like, if you're named Johnny right now, be like, all right, Johnny, like, why do you feel this way? Like, what just happened last week? What just happened 2 weeks ago that is making me really feel this way? Because I gotta be honest, I'm not feeling good. That's how you should start the conversation. Like, you know, that's just a template. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but it's like the only way you're gonna really get to the bottom of your problems is if you're actually being real with yourself, bro. It's important. All right, everybody, that's the video for today. So don't forget to like, comment down below if you like this content or if you want to hear more about the other tips. And word, holla back at your boy. Peace and love.